Willie Z. Like, why are people not talking about him?
Well, they are talking about him. I'm hearing his name on all kinds of DFS golf podcasts. Here's a little tip for the normies out there. You can pull transcripts from YouTube videos and just search for Willie Z's name, and you're going to see it pop up about, basically every time. And the experts are about 50-50 on him. So with DFS, I don't think I would go there. His ownership's going to be a little bit high. But if that many experts like his chances this weekend, and I think he's worth the bet. And the knock against him is his putting. But as these guys have mentioned all week, the greens are so tough that it's kind of an equalizer. And we have seen poor putters perform well. If he does everything else correct, he definitely has a chance.
Okay, Geoff, one shot short of a playoff in his bid to win the Masters. That was his first try last April.
Great story. Asking people for Will Zalatoris to replicate that magic 2 years in a row, you're just asking for trouble, man. I mean, he's a great young player. He really is. He's going to win on the PGA Tour at some point. He shouldn't be plus 3,500 in the outright market. We just don't see players like this just come in and win their second time through, unless it's Jordan Spieth. So you're basically telling me that Will Zalatoris is going to grab his first PGA Tour win this week at the Masters. I'm sorry, I just can't get there. I think Zalatoris had a fantastic week with the irons and the putter last year at the Masters. We've seen his putter let him down in numerous spots already. So plus 3,500. We already talked about Berger, so I don't really need to tell you who you should be betting. It's just, Pearce mentioned, like, people are still high on him, and that's fine. But one of the hardest things in golf is to back up a top finish, especially at this major at Augusta. There's so much pressure. You come here, the expectations are ramped up. Where does Will Zalatoris have to go from here? It's win or done. So I think there's just too much expectations on him this year. It's just not the spot I'd want. You should be looking for Will Zalatoris to maybe win one of these regular PGA Tour events before you get too excited about backing him in majors. That's my take.
Reed, over his last 24 rounds, though, he's first in the field in strokes gained tee to green. I mean, that's huge considering the setup, right? For 7,500 yards.
Yeah, I mean, it also, you got to take into account what this course is, which, it's an anomaly. You have some correlations to it in terms of the green type, the undulations, that it's like towards Kapalua, right? But it's in its own vacuum. And Zalatoris played fantastic last year. It was great, right, at coming runner-up. And you also take a look on difficult courses. He's only second, right, I believe, to Colin Morikawa in strokes gained approach in terms of strokes gained. So there are cases to be made for Zalatoris. But I'm with Geoff. I mean, you talk about this course specifically, it is extremely hard. And you talk about those 4-foot putts, and I've been outspoken on Twitter about guys missing 4-foot putts, 3-foot putts. This is a place you cannot do it. Yeah. You absolutely cannot do it. If you're not, well equipped, and guys who weren't coming in great form putting and then putted well also have had experience here more than just 1 year. This is Rory McIlroy's 14th time at Augusta, and he still hasn't won. I don't think that we can say that Zalatoris, while a great young player, and maybe next year, like what Scottie Scheffler is doing now, if you look at what he's done over the last 2 years, it kind of led up to what he's doing. Zalatoris is going to be a great player, but not this week.